talk about the games happened on 26 Wednesday. Let's jump right into it. The first game is the Orlando Magic losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Magic, they have not won a game yet, but it seems like they drafted the right guy, Pablo Banchero. Another monster game, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. He's going to have some efficiency issues. He's going to also turn the ball over a lot, but the counting stats are coming in quite nicely. So far on the season, he's the 56th ranked player according to Basketball Monster. 24 points. That's a little bit high to be honest, but 1.2 threes, 7.6 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1.6 blocks. I mean, the rest of the counting stats looked alright. Maybe not 1.6 blocks. But given how he's played, he's by far the number one option. He's going to average close to 20 points. He's going to have some efficiency issues. But so far, so great. Franz Wagner also had a monster game, 22 points. And unlike Pablo, Franz Wagner is pretty efficient. And then, the volume of his counting stat obviously going to be a lot lower. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block. Really good game as well. And Wendell Carter Jr., no defensive stats, and hit 0 threes. Hopefully he can just get more defensive stats, The rebounding is very, very solid. And Terrence Ross didn't really do anything. So we could still stream him. He's still getting 30 minutes with all the guys out, but, be ready to let him go once the guys come back. And if you need some other stats other than points and threes or steals, pick up somebody else. Cole Anthony, yeah, not really. 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block is nice. But just 9 points. Yeah, and wait till all the other guards come back. Terrence Ross and Cole Anthony, they're going to be in drop territory real soon. They obviously both had a pretty rough game. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland has not played the game. Well, he played 10 minutes, and Donovan Mitchell regressed. 14 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals. I'm just still interested to see what happens with Donovan's usage with Garland back. Throughout like a 10-game sample size. Sandy Osman played 30 minutes. Sure, we could stream him. If Garland continues to be out, he seems to be putting up okay numbers so far. But just be careful for your field goal. He does provide some points and threes. Karis LeVert, hit 3 threes, missed every other shot, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, 5 turnovers. Yeah, I think if he goes off, I would really look to trade high. And if Garland comes back, he's really going to, I don't know how many minutes he's going to play, but the usage is a big concern. Jarrett Allen, 18 and 16, a monster game. Same thing with Evan Mobley. Finally has a decent game, but went 2 for 4 from the free throw line. But both, Evan Mobley has been struggling a little bit to start off the season. And Dean Wade, let's not worry about him. Let's move on to the next one, the Atlanta Hawks. Beat Detroit 118-113. Yeah, the big thing is, I was a little worried about Devontae coming into the season, playing alongside Trae Young. What his assist number going to look like? In this game, he had 8 assists versus Trae 6, and he played 39 minutes. So I still think he's going to be a monster. Maybe not as good as last year, but so far he's the 14th ranked player. 18 points, 7-point rebound, very similar, putting up very similar stats as he did last year. 3 steals is not sustainable, but everything else looks like is. And he's only shooting 41%. And he's playing 39 minutes a game. So he's looking good. Trae, on the other hand, went 16 for 17 from the free throw line, which is huge. 35 points, but the rest of the line is... he just needs to provide more defensive stats. That's Trae. That's how he's been ever since he got into the NBA. Clint Capella and Okongwu split in a minute, so that makes both of these guys' value take a hit, and Okongwu is not worth rostering. If you want blocks and they got a back-to-back, you could stream him. Otherwise, don't touch him yet. Clint Capella, on the other hand, you have to roster this guy. 10 rebound, a steal and 4 blocks. John Collins also has played really well to start off the season. He's the 10th ranked player right now. 19 and 11 with a steal and 4 blocks. And the main thing is he's been playing 36 minutes a night. I know a couple years ago they've been having some contract negotiation issues, John Collins, but now he's really balling out. DeAndre Hunter, just 27 minutes, had 17 points. just a streamer really for points and threes, and only they got a back-to-back. For Detroit Pistons, Bogdanovic, another great game, 6 threes, 33 points. Yeah, he's gonna score around 20 points. And with the rival Bogdanovic, Sadiq Bey really is taking a little bit of a hit. He's only getting 30 minutes. I remember last year he always gets the highest minutes on the Detroit team, 37 minutes, around 37 minutes a night. That's not the case. Isaiah Stewart, different year but same situation, not really getting over 30 minutes, and other than rebounds, he's not providing much. But I think at least he's better than last year. So I think if you want rebounds, you could, at least he's providing rebounds. So you could just hold him, and hopefully he gets better as the season starts. He's a 112th ranked player right now in just 20. Oh, that's Isaiah Hartenstein. That's not even Isaiah. He's actually the 168th ranked player, shooting 35% from the field as a center. So I mean, that's got to go up. He's averaging 10 rebounds and just 0.4 blocks. I think both the field goal and the blocks gonna go up, and I think he should be at least a top 10 120 player. Kate Cunningham, decent game, still just 44% from the field. But this game, Jaden Ivey is out. Maybe he took 25 shots. Okay. But I'm not too worried. 7 turnovers is really killing you, but 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and still 2 blocks. He's a guy that can really fill up the stat sheet. So, good bounce back game for him. And still try to buy low if you can. I still do think he's going to have a big season. Just kind of a slow start. The next game, the Knicks beat the Charlotte Hornets. This game went overtime, 134-131. Huge scoring, so everybody gets to eat. Dennis Smith Jr., as long as LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier, they're both out, Dennis Smith Jr. is a must-watcher. 0 for 2 from the free throw line is not ideal, but 11 assists and 2 steals with 14 points. Really good. He's a must-roster. Kelly Oubre Jr. is also a streaming option with all the guys out. Just 1 3 and 17 points, 2 steals and a block. Same thing with Mason Plumlee, does this every single year to start off the season. If you're punting points and threes and free throws, he's a really nice guy to have for the moment. Go grab him. PJ and Gordon Hayward both play huge minutes as well. PJ Washington didn't shoot the ball well, but did a bit of everything. Had 4 threes. That stands out. And Gordon Hayward, fairly efficient. Gordon Hayward's value, a lot of it's coming from low turnovers and great efficiency from the free throw line from the field. His counting stats are not really there. So his ranking is going to be a little bit higher. Maybe you could use that to get somebody like him and Pablo Panchoro. They might have similar rankings so far, actually. Let me see. Where is Gordon Hayward? Never mind. He's 147th ranked player this year, averaging 20 points. Okay, he's only shooting 75% from the free throw line and averaging 4 turnovers. So the 2 things I just said is completely not true with him this year. He, over the years, he's not a good. He doesn't have a lot of turnovers. I don't really know what's going on with him this year. But okay. Can't really sell high, yeah. And Nick Richards, I know it's been a hard pickup, but just 19 minutes, and all the guys are out, so I feel very good just letting him go. For the New York Knicks, RJ, 22 points, 8 rebounds, and a block. Yeah, in true RJ fashion, he took 21 field goals to get 22 points and didn't hit a 3. At least he's made all the free throws. That's good. Julius Randle, again, sub-efficient night again, but did a little bit everything, and he's a +6. Mitchell Robinson, here we go. 37 minutes, had 6 blocks, 8 rebounds. And if you're holding Isaiah Hartenstein, I think it's perfectly okay to move on from him. He is not getting the minutes consistently, mainly depend on if Mitchell Robinson is in a foul trouble. And who knows, maybe he'll improve this year. I mean, from last year's experience, Mitchell Robinson gets in foul trouble at least 50% of the time. Maybe this year it's only 30. So 70% of the time, Isaiah Hartenstein is not cracking over 20 minutes. I mean, he's not that good of a fantasy player for us to hold. So I'll be okay moving on from him. And Jalen Brunson played 40 minutes, huge game. 7 rebounds, 13 assists, and 27 points. If you drafted this guy around 70, 80, really, really good value. And so far he's putting up great numbers. And he is, this game, really good. He is The 22nd ranked player. Oh my god. So he's a little bit of a sell high. I think he's maybe a top 50, 60 player. 20 points, no problem. 8.5 assists is honestly a little bit high. Maybe he could do that throughout the season, shooting 51%. So mainly it's just efficiency, but really good start. Evan Fournier, not a really, you don't really have to roster him just for string for points and threes. And Cam Reddish, Emmanuel Quigley, yeah, these guys are not really fantasy relevant. All right, let's go to the next game. My God, Philadelphia. They lost another game. They were the favorite coming in. 109, 119 loss to the Raptors. Harden finally had a, quote-unquote bad game. 35 minutes. 18, 9, and 7. Still not bad. With 1 block, with 3 threes, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Tyrese Maxey went off. That's why Harden kind of took a step back. Use this opportunity to sell Harden Maxey. This game really looked really pretty. If you can get any top 30, 40 player back, if you can get a Pablo Pinchero for Tyrese Maxey plus somebody else, something to think about. 4 threes, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals in the block. Really good stuff from him. And he played 43 minutes. That's what it stands out. This game didn't go to overtime. He really had it going. So Doc Rivers said, okay, go play 43 minutes for us. Joel Embiid, also finally a good game, 31 points, just a low 5 rebounds. In my book, he's still a buy low. He should be a top 5, top 10. Top 5, top 6, top 7 player, pretty comfortable. He's just kind of heating up. At one point of the season, he's going to average 35 points and 13 rebounds. It's just not there yet. So I would use this opportunity to continue buy low. Yeah. PJ Tucker, 31 minutes, yeah. Tobias Harris took just 5 shots, made 1 field goal, but 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal is nice. But Tobias Harris, I don't really have high hopes for this guy this year. And DeAnthony Melton, 22 minutes, had 3 steals and 5 assists. Not bad. I think if Harden is out, some of the guards are out or wings, DeAnthony Melton could be a really good streaming option on this team. Let's look at the Toronto Raptors. Yep, all the starters getting 35 plus minutes. Look really pretty. Fred VanVleet, how does this guy get so many blocks? I think, not I think, but it's got to be most of his blocks are coming from strips. When the guys go up, he strips the ball. That counts as a block. Really good stuff from Fred VanVleet. But if you can do a Fred VanVleet for Joel Embiid, 1-for-1, maybe Fred VanVleet plus a top 100 player for Joel Embiid, that's something I would be thinking about. They provide very different categories, but the volume of stats Joel Embiid provides is just different. 8 assists. Fred VanVleet is just so good in fantasy. Year over year. Gary Trent Jr., what is this stat line? 27 points, 2 steals with 5 threes, and 0 everything else. But this is who he is, just points, threes, and steals. Those are the 3 categories he provides. And a lot of his value are going to depend on his defensive stats. And so far, he's the 73rd ranked. That's honestly, I think, where I expect him to be. 70, 80. Pascal Siakam had a decent game, had 13 assists, stands out with 4 threes. Really good game. And Scotty Bombs had a double-double coming back from his injury. And OG, 3 steals is nice. Mainly OG, just a steals guy. He's going to average 15, 16 points. A little bit of points and threes and steals. Doesn't really turn the ball over a lot. That's who OG is. Still good, can't complain. Let's go to the next game. The Brooklyn Nets. Yes, Giannis went off. 99, they beat Brooklyn 99-110. Yeah, Brooklyn, I'm a little bit worried about Brooklyn. Really, a really bad start. And Ben Simmons has not, this game, 9 assists and 2 steals in the block is nice. It's really nice. 0 for 2, but you don't draft Ben Simmons for his free throw, yeah. It's the peripheral stats. From a fantasy perspective, he played quite okay this game, but doesn't look good on the court at all. Kyrie struggled a little bit. 27, still got 27, 9, and 9 for 10 from the free throw line. Missed every single 3-shot attempts and a steal. Claxton, just 23 minutes this game. Maybe because of the matchup reasons. He's still a very strong hold with 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. Royce O'Neal had 2 steals, hit 4 threes, 12 points, but no rebound, no assist. What's going on this game? But still we can stream this guy, you know, for sure. And he's playing high minutes, so I don't mind rostering him either. KD, 33, 2 blocks. I mean, just what KD does. Free throw line, 12 for 13, really, really good. But where is this Nets team gonna end up? They don't look so good right now. Shot 40% from the field. For the Milwaukee Bucks, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo show. 43 points, steal and 3 blocks, 5 assists, 14 rebounds. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Giannis, after Jokic, he should be the number 2 guy, and you should go pound free throw with Giannis. The volume of counting stats he provides is amazing. Brook Lopez had 6 blocks. Yes, that's why we have Brook Lopez. Mainly just for blocks and threes, to be honest. I mean, he give a little bit threes, but mainly just for blocks. And I think he's too good to be on the waiver wire in category league, so we gotta have him. Javon Carter somewhat started, not really fantasy relevant. Grayson Allen, not really fantasy relevant. And Drew Holiday continued with his struggle to start off the season. 15 points. I mean, fantasy-wise, other than field goal, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and blocks is not bad, but 5 turnovers is, and 5 for 18 is. But he will be better than this. Use this opportunity to buy low. He should be a top 50 player when it's all said and done. He's a 104th ranked player, so yeah. Go and try to buy low on this guy. He's gonna be better than this, pretty sure. Bobby Portis, 20 points. Bobby's minutes this year, you could stream him for some points and rebounds but I don't think he's gonna be a 2010 guy. Not even close. And a lot of the times he won't be getting 26 minutes. It's matchup dependent and depend on how he's playing that day. That's gonna determine his minutes. The Indiana Pacers lost to the Bulls, 109-124, and Tyrese Halliburton, really good game. 17 points, 11 assists, a steal and a block. But the 6 turnovers is a little bit concerning. But he is right now the 17th ranked player. Yeah, he just very his game is so fantasy friendly, and he's only averaging 0.2 blocks. That could go higher. 10 assists. I could honestly see him do that. And this Pacer team, like, he's by far the number 1 guy on this team. So, not worried about him. Buddy Hield, good game, 32 minutes, had 7 threes, 25 points. For him, it's about 2 things: his minutes and how many defensive stats he could provide. But he's gonna be top 3 in the NBA with 3-pointers. Man, he makes a lot of threes. Miles Turner came back right away, had a good game. Well, 1 for 7 is not so great, but 1 steals and 4 blocks, really good stuff. Welcome back. And with him back, if you have Isaiah Jackson, he still played 20 minutes, so that's not too bad. You could still hold on to Isaiah Jackson because just the block numbers, he had 7 rebounds and a block. But it depends. Like, you could still hold on to him or let him go. I'll be okay with you doing both. And Jalen Smith, good game. 29 minutes, good game. 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, 15 points. And Aaron Naismith, just a 17. He's not really fantasy relevant. And then we look at the bench. Duarte coming off the bench, now he gets more minutes. I don't know, 26 minutes, but 26 minutes is probably not enough. And Benedict had 26 minutes, 15 points is nice, 2 steals, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. Maybe when we get to the end of the season, he could be a must roster. Right now, the minutes is a little bit inconsistent, so it's hard to say. Let's look at the Bulls. Zach LaVine, second game back, played okay, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. But main thing with Zach is the low steal numbers. Everything else is fine, and hopefully he can stay healthy. DeRozan, if you didn't sell high on him, I think the window might be closed after this game. Just the 17 points and 6 assists. He was averaging 35 points in the first week. Patrick Williams, not really fantasy relevant. Look at that. Vucevic finally shot over 50%. No defensive status game, but this is a good start. And Ayo Johnson, oh my God, another great game. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. And to be honest, we don't know when Lonzo Ball is coming back. We have no idea. when he's coming back. It might be 2 months from now, 3 months from now. So, Ayo Downtown will get 30 minutes on this game. That makes him a must roster. So he's still gonna be up and down. Every time he had good games like this, I would try to sell high. Caruso just a steal guy, 3 steals and 2 blocks. Yeah, stream this guy for defensive stats. That's really only why we want him. Let's look at the next game. The San Antonio Spurs lost to the Timberwolves 122-134. Is it me or the Spurs game? Every single game they score a lot. It's always high scoring. Keldon Johnson, great game, 27 points, 5. Keldon Johnson is gonna be, I think, top 60, top 70 player. The main thing with him is his efficiency and his kind of lack of steals. Let's see where he is so far this year. 75th ranked player, averaging 21.8. Okay, maybe he can average around close to 20 points and 3 threes. Yeah, he shoots a lot of threes and 6 rebounds. But he's gonna be a low field goal guy and not a lot of defensive set. Jeremy Sochan, 27 minutes. He's a guy don't really know. Is he a rookie? He will come in and gets 27, 20 minutes. I don't think he's fantasy relevant at this point. Maybe later. Jacob Poeltl, 10 rebounds, a subpar game, but still grabbed 10 rebounds and 5 for 8 from the field and with 4 assists. But he's got to give us more blocks. Josh Richardson started because Devin Vassell is out this game. Had 10 assists, 2 assists in the block. That's nice. But Devin Vassell is not a long-term thing, so he will be back soon. And Trey Jones, he's a must roster, but this game is a little bit overwhelming. Only just 3 assists and a steal. But 6 for 6 from the free throw line with 13 points is okay. But we still wanna hold on to him. Yeah. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards struggled last game, and they have a big bounce back game. Big bounce back. 34 points, 7 threes, 9 assists, and 2 steals. Sure, it was versus the Spurs. And Rudy Gobert, 9 rebounds only, a steal and a block, 10 points, and Cat finally. I mean, I don't know. As the more games go on, Cat just feel only 4 rebounds this game. 2 steals and a block is nice. So just gonna be an 8-9 rebound guy. 9 rebound is maybe not even. 8 rebound, and how many blocks is he gonna get? And his scoring this year, he's still a buy-low. He should be a top 20, 15 player, I think, because he's so efficient. But man, his counting stats, I'm pretty worried. Jaden McDaniels, talk about hot and cold. 8 for 9, 20 points, 2 steals and 3 blocks. I don't think he's a must roster, so I'll use this opportunity to sell high on this guy. I think the first game he had 4 steals and 4 blocks. This game looks so pretty. I really would try to sell him. But at least he's getting consistent 34, 35 minutes a game. So D'Lo struggled with foul trouble, but no foul trouble. Just played 29 minutes with 9 assists. J-Lo is also pretty inconsistent. Let's look at the next game. The Houston Rockets lost to the Jazz. They beat them just 2 nights ago, something, 101, 109. Eric Gordon, I don't know why they're still giving this guy 30 minutes. But okay. You could stream him whenever he plays for some points and threes. Jayshawn Tate came back, played just 20 minutes, while Kenyon Martin Jr. and Tari Eason still getting around 25 minutes. But unless somebody gets consistent 30 minutes, they're not really must rosters. If they got a back-to-back, you could stream him. I like Kenyon Martin Jr. a lot. He can get blocks, he can get rebounds, he can hit threes, he can do a bit of everything in fantasy. Eason struggled a little. Eason could also provide some good value. And Jabari Smith, they just started him at the center. Not the best game, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but he's a must roster. He could be a top 50 player if he can block some shots. Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, my God, 22 shot attempt for Kevin Porter Jr. He's having a fantastic year. 5 turnovers, but 24 points, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He's being a surprise for sure. He's still going to have a lot of efficiency issues, but the volume is there. Can't really complain. Porter, so far, he is the 63rd ranked player. My God. Averaging 1.4 steals. He could do that. And the biggest thing is he's shooting 87% from the free throw line. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be an 87% free throw shooter, but 80 this year maybe. Last year he was like 60 something. So maybe he fixes free throw. But 20 points, yeah, that could happen. Yeah. So really good. And Jalen Green struggled a little bit this game. 30% from the field, but still the block is not bad. He should, these two, man, they're gonna have both big year if they can stay healthy. For the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen, another monster game, 24 points, 9 rebounds in the block, really good. Kelly Olynyk, don't drop him, guys. He fouled out in 29 minutes, but provided 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. 2 for 6 from the free throw line really sucks. Jared Vanderbilt also fouled out. What are they doing? They committing so many fouls. Vanderbilt is in foul trouble a lot, but both guys are must rosters. But both guys, I would look to try to sell high on both guys because I feel like at the end of this, as we get to the end of the season, something might change and they may not have the role they have now. Jordan Clarkson, 20 points, sure, good. Mike Conley, both two guys also try to sell high on those two. Just don't know what's gonna happen with this team because Colin Sexton could come in and play 30 minutes. Malik Beasley with guys in foul trouble came in, but he's not really fantasy relevant either. And we have a side team of Taylor Horton Tucker 20 minutes, not really fantasy relevant either. All right, let's go to the last game of the night. The LA Lakers lost to Denver Nuggets. Well, not the last game, 2 more games. The Lakers have not won a game. My God, they are 0-5, 0-4. And this game, you can't even blame Russell Westbrook. You cannot even blame him. He did not even play. 80, 36 minutes. I mean, fantasy-wise, 80 is really good. 14 rebound, 5 assists. Can't complain fantasy. He's been putting up great numbers. But I don't think he's going to be an 85% free throw shooter. So far this year, he's shooting 76%. So he's probably just going to be in the 75 to 80 range. And not only that, don't know if you guys remember the bubble. He was a crazy good three-point shooter. And mid-range too, compared to what he's now, then the bubble AD, they're very different in terms of shooting percentages. LeBron, 8 for 21. What's going on? 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and a steal with 8 turnovers. A really bad game from LeBron as well. Well, LeBron is only a -7, while AD was a -22. And Lonnie Walker was a -27. Lonnie Walker, if you want points, you want threes, you want some defensive stats. The biggest difference with Lonnie is this year he's getting a lot of defensive stats on this Laker team. So I don't mind rostering him. He's got consistent minutes as well. Patrick Beverley, 29 minutes, didn't really do much this game, but he's still a hold. Austin Reeves, don't really like him as a fantasy guy. Let's look at Denver Nuggets. Bruce Brown, 18 points, with Michael Porter Jr. out. He's going to come in and get some minutes. Really good. I mean, we know Bruce Brown is a good fantasy player. When he was on the Nets, he can do everything. 4 threes, good stuff from him. Aaron Gordon, 2 for 8. I saw a stat. He's shooting 8% from 3, something like that this season. He's taking way too many threes. So he probably needs to stop. Jokic, too good. 31 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists, and with 4 steals. He's by far the number 1 player, in my opinion, still. But Luka and Giannis also playing super well this year. KCP, not really fantasy relevant. And Jamal Murray, he's on a minutes restrictions still. So at some point, he's going to start playing 33, 34 minutes, and he's going to be better. So if you want to buy low, sure. I think he could be a top 70, 80 player. So if a top 100 guy is overperforming, I would use this opportunity to buy low. Jamal Murray, but it might be a process. It might take a while. And the rest of the Denver guys not really fantasy relevant. Let's look at the last game. The Miami Heat beat. And Damian, the big news, I guess, is Damian Lillard getting hurt. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I don't think it is. But he's having a good year. And he's not exactly young. So hopefully he comes back fully healthy. Hopefully it's not something serious. For the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, 17. Not the best game from Jimmy, but still had 2 steals. And Caleb Martin, I think he's a must roster. This is exactly why. He's not going to do this every single game, but 4 steals, 2 threes. Look at the efficiency, right? Yeah, let's go pick him up and just see where things go. he does have a lot of upside. Given 30 minutes, he could be a top 50, 60 player. Tyler Hero, well, because it was a blowout, everyone's minutes is a little bit low. Bam, just a little bit underwhelming, to be honest, especially the low defensive stats and the low assist. 6 for 7 from the free throw line is nice, and Tyler Hero, 14 points, didn't really do much. Sure. And Kyle Lowry had a good bounce back game. This is why you just don't really want to drop it, even though sometimes he give you 3 points and 3 assists. Still very solid with assists and steals and threes. He had 5 threes this game. Max shoots 4 threes. What a game for him as well. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. It could be a streamer for threes, but that's it. Usually he's not going to give you the 9 rebounds and 2 steals. That's pretty obvious. And for the Blazers, Fernie Simons, this is the problem with the Fernie Simons. Last game he had like 7 threes, 30 points. This game he had 14 points, and he just doesn't do anything else. That's the problem with him in fantasy. And Jusuf Nurkic, okay. The biggest thing for Nurkic this year is like he's getting a lot of minutes, which I like. So he does have, if the blocks go up, he could be moving inside top 50, 60, 70. Yeah. 9 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Not bad. 7 points. We can't look at him as like have expectation for him to be a top 30 player. That's the expectation last year. This year, top 60, 70, top 80, be happy. Jeremy Grant, also just no defensive stats. And Josh Hart did have really good game from Josh Hart, actually. Filled up the stat sheet. And Justin Winslow, is he really fantasy relevant? I don't think so. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time.